The weakest link in any security system is always the human one. It's not just a code, it's a truth that we keep on ignoring. Let me tell you something about myself before I go further. As being a security professional, I always go through a lot of cybersecurity reports, technical insights, and threat intel reports from various vendors. That include Fortinet's Cyber Threat Intel Report or IBM's Cost of Data Breach or any government agency's certain panel report. But the answer is always the same. The biggest vulnerability in the world is always the human mind, not the machine. So before I start, let me ask you a quick question. How many of you have clicked on a link without knowing who sent it or used the same password over multiple accounts or shared your one time password, which is an OTP, to the person whom you don't know? Don't worry, you are not alone. We all have done it. I have done it too. And that's actually the problem. We think cybersecurity is something, a person who is hiding in the dark web. But it's not like the same. It's a regular person like us, sitting in our homes, using mobile phones, and trusting a message that says, "Congratulations, you have won a gift card." So let me tell you some interesting part of it as well. Every year companies spend billions of dollars over products, new products, cybersecurity products. That can be including your firewall, your agentic AI tools, and SOC operation tools. But you know what? According to the recent researchers, 90% of your cyber attacks or breach happens due to human error. Yes, it's true, due to human error. Not a software fault, not a genuine hacker. It's just a moment of trust, a moment of hurry, a moment of saying that nothing will happen, it's fine. So that's what we need to change the idea. That's where we need to change our mindset. That cybersecurity is not a job of only an IT professional. It's a mutual job. It's a mutual behavior that we need to focus on. Cybersecurity doesn't begin in machines. It begins with human mind. When I start working in the cybersecurity domain, I believe what mostly people still believe, that if you are having a strong software, you are safe. Updated patches, installs antivirus, and deployed firewalls, so you are safe. So I thought it. But it's not the same. Until one day, a major company faced a data breach, and during that project, while investigating, we found that there was no malware, there was no ransomware, no one entered into the network, nothing was compromised. So where the issue was? Then we checked towards an employee email, and we found that employee had received an email that your account will be blocked within 24 hours. Just verify your credentials. And once she clicked on that link and she entered the details, her whole account was compromised, as well as she entered the details of the network, and the attacker has just entered into that network. So eventually, no one bypassed the firewall, no one compromised the system. They just entered into the door that was opened by the human mindset. So this is what I believe. Cybersecurity is something that you can't buy. It's not a product. It's a mindset. So organizations spend millions of dollars on the tools. But these tools are smart only when the people are working or using it. It's like buying a world class helmet but never wearing it. That's why cybersecurity is built on the main three core pillars, that's people, process, and technology. Technology protects, process guides, and people decide. Now, you can have a world class technology, but if your employer or a person is not able to identify a spam mail or a phishing mail, then you are already compromised. Process. You can have a world class process, but if your employer skips steps to save the time, then there's a possibility of the vulnerabilities. People, which decides. You can have a world class people on board into your organization. But if your culture says this is only a job of an IT professional, then you have already lost the battle before it begins. Now, these three pillars are such an important. If any one of these pillars is weak, the whole structure gets collapsed. That's why cybersecurity isn't falling because of technology. It's falling because we treated it like an habit, whereas it's a mindset. So I can again tell you, cybersecurity is not something that you can buy. It's not something like a product. It's a human mindset. While as in the cybersecurity, awareness is very important. If you follow daily routine, it will be like a cyber hygiene, which is very important. You don't need to become a doctor to stay healthy. Likewise, you don't need to become a hacker to be safe. We have been always taught how to cross a road, how to lock a door while moving out, how to wear a seat belt. But no one teaches us how to stay safe in this digital world where our most of the lives are exist online. A single tiny decision made online can open a door to various risks. So cybersecurity doesn't begin with machine. So let me give you a powerful example. In 2021, US Colonial Pipeline, I believe you all might have heard about it. It's a major fuel pipeline in the United States that was hacked. One password. This one weak password put the entire nation on its knees. The flights were cancelled or delayed. Fuel station ran dry and whatnot. One person, one decision made it really impactful. So this is not only about America. It's about us taking as a movement that it's fine, nothing will happen. That's why cybersecurity starts with the mindset. So cybersecurity is not falling because of technology. It's falling because we are taking this as a product, not the mindset. You can stay healthy. You can't stay healthy while taking the medicines, right? So similar ways, it's like in the cybersecurity. Until or unless you won't practice, it won't be your routine. You have to follow a cyber hygiene to make the digital community safer community, secure community, right? So now, while working in the cybersecurity domain, I have realized that this is all about trust. Cybersecurity is not only because of technology, it's based on the trust. So it's all about trust. Trust between people, trust between companies and customers, trust between users and systems. And very much important thing is a trust while surfing online, being on a digital space, making the decision. That's very much important. So nowadays we see cyber threats are evolving. We see a lot of cyber threats happening now due to Gen AI kind of thing. We are able to see a lot of deep fakes, AI scams, automation, and what not. The attackers are becoming more sophisticated towards, with AI based capabilities, AI ML based capabilities. Yeah. But there is one thing that cannot be replaced by the technology. That's your awareness, that's your intent, which is very important. Machines don't understand culture, they understand codes. So the better version, the better cyber hygiene you will keep. So machines don't understand trust, but humans do. That's why in future, now cybersecurity will not be built on codes. It will be built on culture. The culture in which the people are aware about what to check, how to verify, what needs to be checked in an email if anyone has received it. They are more cautious now. Now let's imagine whosoever is watching this talk make a decision today that every day we will understand cybersecurity, we will talk with each other about new cyber threats, emerging cyber threats, how we can mitigate them, or help your children to understand what is wrong in the digital space, what needs to be correct, what is the cyber hygiene actually. Now, if the similar thing is done by 1,000 of people around the globe, it will not be a routine anymore. It will be an awareness. It will be a self-hygiene. And it will be a very secure community. And we will be a pride to save ourselves, to save our community, to save people, our people. So stay safe,